All right, hello everyone. Welcome to the live stream. My name is Calvin Sibley with Leads to Closings, and on this show, Wholesaling Live, I am going to be calling motivated sellers live on the phone. Now, I actually recorded this already today. I did a live stream, but for some reason the audio wasn't working, so made sure it's working now. And right here, you can sign up to buy leads for 50% off, only $97 from leads to closing. So check that out. Now, if you haven't downloaded the Motivated Seller script, you can do that here. You go to leadstoclosings.com/seller-script, and you can download this. You just put your email address in, and I will email it to you. And so this is the script that we're going to be going through on the calls. So just to give you kind of a high-level overview about what we do, we run ads on Google and Facebook. We generate motivated seller leads through our website. And these calls are all about calling the sellers, right? So once a week, we get on a live call, live stream, and I will call the sellers, go through the script. We'll do some analysis of the property to see if it makes sense for us and hopefully lock up some deals. I'm also planning on having guests come on to make calls with me. And we may have some guests on the show in the next couple of weeks or months. So stay tuned. Join the Facebook group if you're not in it, if you're watching this on YouTube. And if you're watching the recording, you can go back and you just comment on the video below if you have any questions, and I'll answer them. So again, we generate leads through our website, and what we do is we send them a text message, right? And the text message you can see here, we use Smarter Contact. And so this was a text we sent from today. Hi, Samson, are you thinking about selling the property here? We're buying properties in the area. Now, please don't call these leads. I'm sharing with you my own leads that we're paying for. So please don't call these people if you see their phone number here. But what we're going to do, I like to just search Google and grab the property address, and also to see if it's listed. So again, these are leads. I just sent this text out a couple hours ago today. And so this property looks like it is not on the market. Now, you have to be careful with Oklahoma. Again, I'm wholesaling and I'm investing in properties nationwide, but some states have laws about wholesaling. So Oklahoma and Illinois have passed legislation that is anti-investor or anti-wholesaler legislation. So in Oklahoma, and you can read about this, I'm not an attorney, right? I didn't write the laws, but basically what it says is you can't advertise a property that you don't own, all right, unless you're a licensed real estate agent. So unless you want to get a real estate license in Oklahoma, which even then you may have to have a listing agreement with the seller to market it for sale, you have to be careful in certain states. In Illinois, there's also a law that says you can only wholesale one property per year if you're not licensed in Illinois. But again, research those laws if you're in those states or you're doing deals in those states. Now, if you have buyers, though, the thing is that there are title companies that, they will close these transactions as wholesale properties, right? So you just want to make sure that you are, just make sure my screen is recording here and my audio. And so let's just make sure we've got the audio recording. Okay, good. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to call a few of these people. What I started saying about Oklahoma is, and I'm going to put it into PropStream, we're going to look this up, but you just have to make sure, right? If you have buyers already, if you get a property in Oklahoma under contract and you just call the buyers who are already on your buyers list, that is okay. And don't take this as legal advice, but you just want to make sure you're following the local regulations. If you have a buyer and you get a property under contract, as long as you're not marketing it online, like on Craigslist or anything like that, you should be fine. All right, so let's call a few of these sellers. I have time for a couple calls today, and let's see if we can reach them and find out what's going on with the property. And again, I recommend download the script, have it on your computer, or print it out, even better, and follow along with it. Again, making these calls in real time, so
the party you are trying to reach is
I'm not going to leave them a message for the sake of time. This person is asking $40,000. Again, Illinois, just be careful. Make sure you're following the local guidelines. And so this one, let's give him a call and try to reach at least one person today.
This is Kyle.
Hey, Kyle, it's Calvin Sibley about the house on Madison Street. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Oh, good. Thanks. Yeah, we were just texting back and forth. So I got your text about it. So you're wanting to sell the property. Is that right?
Yeah, my brother was going through a divorce. So I looked up the house in town. They had one for sale. I called, made a cash offer, bought the house. Then I added paint to it, new carpet, all new appliances. This is about a year and a half, almost 2 years ago, I guess. 2 years ago. It was 2 years ago. And then, and now his divorce is finalized and he is done. So he doesn't have to live in the same, quote, county. So he's going to move in with his girlfriend and they're going to live in the country. So he doesn't really want to live in town anymore. So since he's done with it, I'm done with it.
Got it. Now, is he still living there, or is anyone living in the property?
He's moving out literally this weekend. He's out by December 1st.
Oh, okay, cool. So he's just moving out of the county, moving out of the property then?
Yes.
All right. And so how soon are you looking to sell it? I mean, it usually takes about 30 days for the title company, as I'm probably pretty sure you're familiar with, but would within 30 days work for you, more or less?
Yeah, more or less. It makes no difference. I don't need to sell it. So I bought it outright. And then now if he's out of it, I don't really just want it just sitting there, and I'm not looking to manage properties in a different state than I live.
Gotcha. So, I looked into the property. I saw that you would like to sell it for $40,000. Just based on what we're paying in the area, I think you bought it for around $20,000 a couple years ago. And, that is where our offer would have to be. We'd have to be around 20, maybe we could come up to 25, somewhere in there. We would pay all of your closing costs. And so you wouldn't pay any realtor commissions or any closing costs, but would you accept an offer around 20 or 25?
25 as is, to be able to walk away, potentially. I can tell you that you're going to.
Oh, hello, Kyle. Are you still there? Sorry, you were breaking up for a second. Yeah, I just heard you say we're going to want to do something.
Oh, you're definitely going to want to put a new roof in it. That's going to be kind of the only thing that I'd say is the most pressing thing. So I know if I pay to put a new roof on it, I should be able to list it for. I got crappier houses in that general area that I do have friends and family up there, but there's houses that aren't as big, they don't have as many bedrooms, and they're at like mid 70s, and they're not as nice. And so I know if I put a new roof on it, then that'll be a hassle that I won't have to deal with. And then new cabinets, I'd probably just want to gut it, and then I'd try and flip it if I'm doing that. But I'm just giving you a heads up that you'd want to probably put a new roof on it. You probably want to put new cabinets in the kitchen. All the appliances are new, but the cabinets are old.
Okay, cabinets and a roof. All right. And is it a 4-bedroom, 1 bath, or how many bathrooms? 1 bathroom?
Yes, sir.
All right. And
I had new carpet 2 years ago, and then I bought the new laminate flooring. I had him install it a couple of years ago.
Okay. Gotcha.
So
So
carpet through the whole house except the kitchen, a laundry room, and bathroom. Those are laminate.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. So I'm actually based in South Florida. My company
Me too.
is. Oh, really? What part?
I live up here in Port St. Lucie.
Okay, I'm further south, down near Miami. So,
Yep.
I am a little further south. But yeah, we invest. We started investing in Illinois, and a few other states during COVID for a couple years ago. Before that, I was just in South Florida. But the way that the process works is we use an e-signature service. It's called Dropbox Sign, which they just changed the name of it. But what I can do is if you're okay at 25, I can prepare the offer and send it to you in the next 10 minutes or so. First of all, before I do that, are you okay with 25? Do you need time to think about it, or?
I mean, I'd probably want to think about it. 25, if I can remove the appliances out of there, then I don't think I'd have too much of an issue with it.
All right. Well, we're not so concerned about the appliances or any of the personal property in the house. We're more concerned with the structure itself and the land that it's on. But we typically don't, it takes time to prepare the offer and we have to get it approved with our underwriter. So we don't send out the offer unless we know for sure, that you're going to accept it. So do you want me to just follow up with you tomorrow or what are your thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, that's fine by me, honestly, to not have any headaches, just to get rid of it as is. Just makes my life easier than trying to find people to do any extra labor, stuff like that. And then it served its purpose. I didn't buy it to make money off of it. I bought it so my brother could have a place to live during his divorce. So.
Gotcha. So, are you saying you would take 25?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so let me just check one thing. The email address I have for you is klonos2020@gmail.com. Is that correct?
Yeah, if you're going to send an offer, send it to a different one. I just put that in there because that's where I let all my junk mail go.
All right, what's the best email address to send it to?
Use Kyle, KYLE.long, LONG, @agri, AGRI-mill, MILL.com.
Kyle.long@agri-mill.com.
Yeah.
All right, great. Well, I'd be happy.
Then if you send over, here's the question though, because I know he'll be out by December 1st, but if you send over the offer, it takes roughly 30 days. Then, I mean, what do I need to do for anything to be able to make sure that I receive payment before I sign over a deed and all that? Because I have all that at my house. I mean, I could actually drive down to your office for all I care.
So we always close with a title company. We use a title company that's local to the area. So in this case, they would be in Piatt County or somewhere nearby, but they'd be in Illinois. And so they handle all the title work, and we do that so we can get title insurance to the property. Okay, so the title company handles everything. They handle all the funds and all the title work. You would sign the documents with them, and then they would be the ones that send you the funds at the closing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm just buying it from you, like, with like a car, you would just sign the title over to me and I give you a check. But just because it's real estate, it's a little more complicated. They have to do a title search. That's why we use a title company.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, I started saying, I'd be happy to review the offer with you over the phone, but it's pretty straightforward. I mean, I've been using the same offer for the last 10 years. The main points for you to understand, we're buying the property in as-is condition, so you don't have to make any repairs to it. We're paying cash, so there's no financing contingencies, and we pay all your closing costs, and you don't pay any realtor commissions. At some point, I would want to get my contractor in just to do a quick walkthrough. So if your brother could just we'll set up a time with him. I'd have to talk to my contractor, but we just do that just so we verify the condition of the house and we know what it is we're buying.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care.
All right, cool. So I'll send this to you in the next 10 minutes. Just feel free to give me a call. I'll text you from this number, by the way. This is my cell phone.
So then you're saying, but as is condition, but obviously pending that your contractor actually goes and verifies.
Yeah, exactly. So like it's not 100% for sure we're gonna buy it until we do the walkthrough, right?
That's fine. If you put a new roof on it, new cupboards in it, the floors are old. Some of it is settled a little bit, but it's not bad. I mean, you could replace one joist in there, and then essentially, if somebody wanted to flip it, I don't think it would be that hard to do, in my honest opinion.
Yeah, I mean, you've been clear with me and upfront about the repairs it needs. And just so you know, the only reason we wouldn't buy it is if there's something major that we can't see from the pictures or from what you've told me, like if the foundation needs repair. And even then, sometimes we'll buy it. But because I'm in South Florida, if it needs something major, like you know what I mean, like a huge fire happened or something, then it's just too much work for me to take on from here.
Yeah, no, I understand that. That doesn't bother me. No, so there's one floor joist would need to be jacked up and replaced. That's the only other thing that's actually could be wrong with the house is just one floor joist where kind of the dead center of the house, it just slopes down a little bit. I already talked to a general contractor about going in and doing that, and it wouldn't actually take that much to do. I was debating on what to do with it, and then I just happened to be online and I saw something that said we buy houses for cash, and I was like, well, rather than me have to try and put another 15,000-20,000 into it just to make $35,000 to $40,000, I think it'd be easier to let somebody else do it if they're interested.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, it's pretty much the most straightforward and simple process for you to sell the house. So unless you have any other questions for me for now, thank you for your time talking to me. Please let me know if you have any questions about the purchase agreement when I send it to you, and I'll send it in the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, no problem. I'll look at it later on tonight when I get home.
All right. Thanks, Kyle. Have a great night.
All right. You too.
All right. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Well, I really hope the recording is working this time because that was a great call. I mean, you saw how I took him down from 40 down to 25. Now, PropStream has it at 22. So is it a deal? You know, it's hard to say. But if you tie up a bunch of properties and you put them out to the market, you know, this is not a bad looking house. I mean, it's got 1,711 square feet. He's talking about taking the appliances, but they don't look that bad. The cabinets, he was right about that. But, you know, wood floors, I mean, this looks pretty solid for $25,000. And the thing is, I can also always go back to him after we get the contract and see if I can get him down to 20. All right. So, that's actually all the time I have for today. I have other calls I could make today, but I just wanted to at least talk to one seller, and I'm going to spend more time on these calls, bring people on in the future, and we're going to call more sellers, get more deals. Oh, and by the way, last week, you should go back, listen to that recording, because one of the sellers, his name was Raymond, and I talked to him on the Facebook Live, sent him a contract after the call, and I actually sold that property, and it's a $5,000 assignment fee, and I may be able to get a price reduction from the seller. So that was from the live call from last Wednesday. I now have a pending deal, pending transaction from the calls. So watch these calls. We're making money on these calls. I hope this was valuable. This one was a little shorter just because I'm pretty busy today, but I did want to get on and make a quick Facebook Live or a live stream for you guys. Let me know if you're watching the recording. Click the link below. Download the seller script. Ask me any questions. Be sure to join the Facebook group Leads to Closings, and stay tuned to leadstoclosings.com. We got a lot more exciting things coming out. So thanks again for your time watching this video, and I will talk to you soon.